Welcome back to my garage. Supercharged, 50cc, 2-stroke, externally scavenged, rotary exhaust valve, experimental concept engine. That's what we're working on. You saw me installing a bleed valve onto the dump valve or waste gate, which is actually a dump valve in this case. We're gonna start dialing that in so that it doesn't dump out all our power at higher RPM. I can't remove it altogether because that's also our safety valve for backfires. In the case of a backfire, the rotor lobes in the supercharger have a tendency to get knocked out of alignment. We want to avoid that. So, and it's nice to have a backfire valve regardless of the blower being knocked out of alignment because we don't want to blow up the engine. And it might be necessary to dump some mixture out to have everything be happy. We'll see. We'll see. I think I ran it without it dumping anything earlier. Before anything, a huge thank you to Long Tuning for sponsoring our Bonneville effort this year. Thank you, Long Tuning. They're our main sponsor as of now. And I'm just so thankful, Jan Scheffer and the rest of the guys at Long Tuning. Thank you, thank you. You might remember I visited them last year, was invited by Jan, and we had a great time. So thank you. Long Tuning is, there's just such a collection of extremely knowledgeable and experienced people at one place with so much cool stuff going on, and with like a large network of also super intelligent and experienced people all together. So Long Tuning is really something special. Thank you, Long Tuning. You will see more of Long Tuning in coming videos, upcoming videos. And thank you for all the donations, and thank you to old and new patrons. Thank you, thank you. It's we've set a goal of $10,000, and I'm pretty sure we can reach that before August, which is when Speed Week is happening. Thank you, Sverre Bruland Sveisebua, for the box of goodies like gloves and an oiler and a wire brush, some cutting wheels, bunch of useful stuff. Thank you. Thank you, Michael Jansak, Nitro Machine Inc. I'll see if I can make some stickers out of your logo. Thank you. Thank you, Mike Parking, 48 kilos, for offering to be a pilot. Unfortunately, I think Travis would be sad if he weren't allowed to ride because he's our pilot. But thank you, Mike Parkins, 48 kilos. Thank you, Lukas Synskowski, Breganor. Thank you. Thank you, Matej Burgers. I think that's pronounced incorrectly. Lawless Machines, check him out on Instagram. He's building really, really cool bikes. He's got one for sale now. There's pictures here. Really, really cool. A custom Virago. That's probably not pronounced Virago. Virago. Really cool. Thank you, Matej. Lawless Machines. Thank you. Thank you. I've probably forgotten someone I should have thanked now. So I'm sorry for that. But if you feel forgotten, let me know. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now let's try to focus on this, even though this Bonneville thing is I'm not the best at organizing and feeling. I can easily feel that I'm not in control, which I really think I am, especially thanks to Jim, who's really good at organizing things and making lists and stuff. Let's see what we can get out of this engine today. It's definitely not running too lean, it seems. Definitely it seems. We've already run it without the wastegate bleed or dump valve bleed. So now we're going to start by dialing in, say, 10 clicks. So 10 clicks of bleed. First test today, 10 clicks of bleed. Everything else the same as last time. So the goal now is just to bleed until it's not bleeding from here anymore. And see how it behaves. And then start playing with ignition timing. Ignition timing is sitting at 20 degrees flatline now. and fueling. We can easily add fuel by raising the tank, as this is like no float bowl gravity fed, and that's only possible because we're running the methanol and nitromethane, which is forgiving unless you run it lean. So you can run really rich without losing much power at all. Well, a little bit, but not like on gas. A big tuning window, which shifted over the lean line. It really feels like the blower is knocked out of alignment now after that backfire. And that backfire might be because one or more of the reed pedals or the reed cages broke. So we'll have to investigate that. Nah, it's completely fine. Great joy. It might be there's something worse going on here. It's the rotary valve that's binding. A rough spot. So let's investigate, see what that's all about. So definitely there's something has hit the plug, and that's probably what's jamming the valve, and that's probably pieces of the reed. So now everything looks like shit in here probably. The rest of the engine is spinning freely, and there's a bunch of compression. So hopefully we haven't properly destroyed anything except for maybe the reeds. And this probably happened earlier on while we were testing now, and that's probably why it like seized up at high RPM. At least that's likely. The reason for the binding is bits of reed. The CR85 V-force valves are not up to the task. We know that now. An expensive experiment. We'll have to machine our own reed cages and use steel pedals. Definitely. This one's almost fine. There's cracks in at least 2 of the pedals. The lower one is probably broken. This one seems fine, but the pedals are cracked in the middle here. Because they're being like, combustion pressure is trying to push them in where there's no bridge. So this one will be fine with new pedals, so I can use this for something else. So not complete waste. This one is destroyed. The exact thing happened as has happened with this one and this one. The supporting bridges got smashed in, and then the pedals were came loose, and one of them got eaten by the engine. The other one is here. So we've tried normal reed valves with fiber pedals, but no support in the middle bridge, and the middle bridge broke. And we've tried 2 attempts at the V-Force reeds with fiber pedals. This version has like 2 pedals for, so a separate pedal for each opening. Did not work, and this doesn't have the support for the bridges, and the bridges broke. It's cracked here. These ones have these single pedal for 2 openings, and I thought that would be better, but they also break, and even with the support the bridges break. So we need to make metal reed cages with like a solid bridge in the middle here, all the way from, so properly supported so that it can't possibly break. And I think we'll have to run steel or metal reeds and pray to God they won't break, because then we'll have bigger problems than a tight running rotary valve. And pretty conclusive, because now we've been through lots of testing with the normal reeds, and they're just not strong enough, and you can't blame them. Can't blame them, because they're not meant for this. But there's reed valves meant for this, like in post-jet engines. So, and it's not really the reeds themselves, it's the cages. If there was enough support here, then the reeds wouldn't break, probably. And definitely not if they were made from stronger material. See if I can get this replaced on warranty. I really should set up a camera filming the boost gauge, or actually get a boost gauge connected to the computer again. And I gotta remember to turn on the screen recorder. We saw like the dyno is really difficult to control as of now with this manual control valve. And also the engine was at higher RPM, it was in high throttle openings, it kind of cut out, and I think that was ignition related. Because last time we did, we used a really powerful coil and actually 4 drivers and stuff. So could be ignition problems also at the moment. But I saw like between 1.5 and 2 bars of pressure, which is good. And when we can make things stay together, I think there's some power in here. It's actually really interesting times now. So we gotta machine some really sturdy reed cages and use metal reeds. There's no way around it, I think. I actually really enjoy working with projects like this, where there's a bunch of issues to resolve and stuff, and especially now where I'm trying to have a better approach. But especially now, because I know I have the running engine over there for the Bonneville bike, and so we have something working which just requires tuning and tweaking. And then we have this, which is really interesting. Okay, I'll have to work on the Bonneville thing. Lots of stuff to organize and stuff. So I'll see you next time.